Hey guys, Notch Network here, and we're doing a video on deadly zombie deer. And as you can see here, it's be a picture of a deer, and it has it's like weak, as you can see. And what these deer actually got is like a chronic wasting disease, and it's being called zombie deers. The pictures of them, the markings are not as prominent as you would see in like this. This is like, cause I don't know what this has, but like all the other deer are a little bit different than that, and it's not as obvious, but there is signs of it. Like the symptoms are like not, it's weakness, not exactly rotting as it would be seen. You see the symptoms include drastic weight loss, stumbling, listlessness, and there's neurological symptoms to it, which is dangerous. There's no treatments or vaccines, and so there's no evidence that it can affect people, but so there has been reported in 24 states. As you can see by this map, it is it's a recent update to its occurrence, and it has been increasing. Infection rates are pretty high among affected areas. So as you can see, 10% of the deer in like the affected areas are 25%, 10 to 25% of them, and there's at least one infected in captivity. Nearly 4 out of 5 times, or 79% of captive herds have at least one infected deer. So it's pretty widespread, as you can see by this map, and it's continuing to spread due to the just how infected this deer the disease is within the species. It's a prion disease, which is neurodegenerative disorder. Apparently it's not that it's very yeah, so this is all very new, so hopefully they figure it out before it jumps over to humans and they can find a cure. CDC is, I don't know if they're exactly working, they should be working on it, because it has been known to be able to infect, so yeah, as you can see, that has been shown to be able to infect squirrel monkeys and also macaws, which are genetically similar, more genetically similar than any other animal that has been affected. So infection is it has been shown with species that have the same similar genes to humans, so the possibility of a human becoming affected is there. And as this would say is that as previous studies did not show that macaws could be infected, but recently that has changed, which is interesting because maybe the disease has now changed to allow macaws to be able to be infected, and could be evolving into a way that humans could also be infected from this disease. So this disease, it takes up to a year before showing signs or symptoms in the affected species, so it's pretty dangerous and very contagious, so it could just spread very widespread to humans if it makes the jump. So the CDC recommends not eating any possible infected deer, so really analyze your deer and make sure if you are eating deer it isn't infected, although they do recommend testing it, because there really isn't a way to show, like as you can see by the pictures, it's not always very obvious that their deer is infected. So that'll be it for this video. Hopefully you guys stay safe and the zombie apocalypse doesn't end up breaking out. See you next time.